Seamus McParland. I went to San Diego State University for my internship and worked with Dr. Forrest Rower on specifically microbiology, but his overall lab is microbial ecology. He has one lab in the building that is for ecology. He does core sampling and other stuff in that lab, and I specifically worked in the virology lab, which keeps all the phage and chemicals to not contaminate anything. When I first arrived, I was given the task with the other interns to do food to phage. It was to test a curriculum. Basically, a group of educators came over from India to collaborate with SDSU and Dr. Forrest Rower on creating a curriculum to spread awareness about phage around India and their school systems, and we were the ones lucky enough to test it. It took us about the full 6 weeks I was there to complete it, and after we completed it, we wrote our thoughts and opinions on it and suggested some things that maybe they could change to create a better curriculum for the kids. My solo project I was given, I mean, I was mostly solo on this. I did have some of Bala's help. He was a friend and an intern. He actually came from India as well. I was given the task to isolate lactobacillus, and I went from sampling all the way to black assays to do this. The first round, I did not successfully get lactobacillus. I actually got lactococcus, sorry. But the basics of each step is sampling. You would get a sample, so I sampled milk from Trader Joe's, actually just down the street. I got some milk from there, strained the whey and plated it. I put the plates into the incubator, had colonies grow, then took those and swabbed it into test tubes, and then I went through the enriching process, getting as many bacteria and phage as I could into those test tubes. Using chloroform, I killed off all the bacteria, and then I just had first I had to centrifuge it to get all of the biomass and stuff out, and then I had a pure virus solution. Then I would perform plaque assays, which in the simplest form is you just put a sheet of the bacteria onto a plate and drop the viral solution onto it, and see if it kills off the bacteria in those little droplets. And if it does, then you have successfully isolated it, and you do it a couple of times just to make sure. After that, after my successful run of that, I went over to Anka's lab just to learn a little bit about what she was doing. So she actually was working to cure cystic fibrosis in clinical trials with patients. She would use phage and antibiotics in a solution, and they would inject them into patients and hope that it would kill the cystic fibrosis, a chromobacter inside of CF patients. Outside of the lab, I played a lot of soccer. There was a big field on the way to work. It was actually on SDSU as well. I think it was their varsity soccer field. I met a lot of cool kids over there, met a lot of students, had some fun. I explored the campus a lot as well. There was a lot to look around at. It's pretty cool campus if you ever visit. Every week we had a book club. It was a lab book club. We read Accelerando. It was about AI and the singularity, which is basically AI being smarter than humans at that point when they become smarter is the singularity, as general information to anybody who's curious. And then I went to the gym every day, just as my health goal for when I was over there. And that's pretty much it. Here's some pictures of my lab professor, me, and Bala. There's a couple of the lab, one of the campus. We had a lab snake can't remember his name. I got a picture of us interns all together, and then um, the tortoise in the bottom right is actually Forrest's turtle, and he also has a ton of like taxidermy animals in his house. He's big on hunting. He's been to Africa and stuff to do some cool hunting trips. So that was pretty interesting to learn when I first went over to his house. And of course, thank you to my mom, Jennifer McParland, my dad, Gary Dobb, and the biggest thanks, of course, to Sarah Holbrook, the head of um, Pinhead Institute. Uh, just thank you for making this all happen. I really appreciate it. And then thank you to Dr. Forrest Rower, my lab professor, who taught me all about what he does and helping me through the internship. Thank you.